Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Informal back with another Mr. Informal podcast. Yes, I go by the name of Mr. Informal. Hopefully, you like that name. So we are on the podcast 182. So first and foremost, I hope you are doing well. I hope you are safe. I hope you are staying healthy. Certainly, make sure you are healthy. Even if this wasn't a pandemic year, always gotta stay healthy during winter due to the flu, cold, and any various virus that may infect you. And please do not forget to add me on Instagram, misinformal, and then check out my website, mrinformal.com, mrinformal.com. So, Christmas is coming. Hopefully, you are going to celebrate with loved ones, friends, acquaintances, and different types of people. And I just want to greet you Merry Christmas. Certainly, Merry Christmas. And also, New Year's coming. And I would also like to greet you advance Happy New Year's. So, these are the 4 topics for the Mr. Informal Podcast 182. Well, the holiday hires were actually fewer compared to last year. So, fewer hires. Number 2, Chanel has a new CEO. Number 3, as more people use pay now and buy now and pay later, more people are actually accumulating debt, which is not good. Last but not least is 2021 has been a lot of misinformation, whether it be the tech, whether it be just news coverage. It's been a lot of misinformation, and it's not good. Like, you don't even know what's going on these days. So that's the 4th topic. So that is the four topics for the Mr. Informal Podcast 182. And so let's go ahead and start the podcast. So first topic is fewer hires from retaildive.com, titled "Retailers Add 7.5% Fewer Seasonal Jobs in Last Year per report." I mean, shouldn't be retailer had fewer seasonal jobs, but okay. As expert predicts a rise in holiday sales, retail seasonal jobs have declined by 7.5%. So that should have been it. Retailers hires declined by 7.5%. That should have been the title. The transportation and seasonal warehouse jobs dipped by 8.4% compared to last year, according to a report from Challenger, Gray, and Christmas shared with Retail Dive. The company predicted that retailers would hire 700,000 jobs during the holiday season, decreasing from 736,000 employed last year. Through the transportation and warehouse sector saw 67% increase in seasonal jobs in growth in 2020. The industry's seasonal job openings declined by 340,700 jobs in October and November 2021 from 372,000 during the same time last year, the company said. In October and November, retailers added 551,400 jobs, down from 596,000 from last year. The October-November 2021 figures were the lowest for the sector since they added 508,000 seasonal roles in 2016. Major retailers such as Walmart, Target this fall announced plans to hire workers to meet this year's seasonal demand, but in response to higher competition staffers, retailers have been increasing their pay and offering incentives like covering college tuition or hiring bonuses. So, first and foremost, I don't think they're gonna do more hires. Let's stop it. Not only that, these companies, I mean, look, they're not consistent with what they want to do. They said they're gonna hire more people. Okay, well, why did you not hire enough people? I mean, let's be honest. Every time I go to Target, there's not enough cashiers. Every time I go to Target or Walmart, there's not enough people around to ask, hey, where the item I've been looking for. It's not just them. could be Costco, could be the mall, go to the stores such as Banana Republic, could be Eddie Bauer, Victoria's Secret, Uniqlo. I mean, all these people are talking about bonuses, and yet I don't hear much of it. So, I'm glad. I don't mean to say this, but I'm really glad that there is fewer hires, because maybe these companies will actually realize something, that maybe they're not doing the right thing, or maybe they need to change their approach. Not only that, I didn't like the way that this article was titled. Retailers add 7.5% fewer seasonal. It should have been retailer seasonal jobs declined by 7.5%. But I'm pretty sure they're trying to get something out of it. But I'm not surprised. Also, a lot of these people are still in fear of the virus. Would it be the China virus, the Delta virus, the new variant, the Omicron, the unicorn? Sounds like a Transformer type names. But, there's still fear that people have. Not only that, people don't seem to understand that humans will be humans. It's human instinct, it's human nature to maybe go out, to be with people, to socialize, to get up close. But in terms of work, maybe the people don't want to work for these companies, or don't want to work retail anymore. Maybe they ever think of that? So on to topic number 2. Chanel CEO from RetailDive.com titled Chanel taps Unilever exec as CEO. Unilever, makers of soap, shampoo, and other hygiene or beauty products. Executive Lena Nair will take the job as Chanel's global chief executive officer based in London. Chanel said in an email press Nair will start in the role next month, according to a Unilever press release. Alan Wertheimer, who with brother Gerard owns Chanel, will move to a role of global executive chairman. Chanel also said Nair also spent 30 years working up through the ranks at Unilever, most recently as chief human resources officer and as a member of Unilever leadership executive, according to her LinkedIn page. So, Nair's arrival could be a sign that Chanel is moving beyond its recent effort to streamline operation and regroup its post-Lagerfeld area. The luxury house has been in flux in recent years, above all grappling with the death of longtime creative director Karl Lagerfeld nearly 3 years ago. The previous years, the company shuttered its U.S. headquarters to concentrate in operation in London. I still don't understand why Chanel is having a hard time trying to find a creative director or a replacement for Karl Lagerfeld. I guess the people in Chanel are not really that good at managing it. Not only that, look, I'm not questioning the skills or the resume of this person, but I want to make sure, does she know what Chanel means? Does she have the vision of what Chanel should be? Or maybe what does Chanel wants to be in the future? She's coming from a beauty products to a fashion or clothing style, which is a different type of industry, while the process may be the same. But the thing is that people don't have expectations for Unilever, but with Chanel they do. So in the last paragraph it says Lena Nair is highly respected as a visionary leader whose ability to champion a long-term purpose-driven agenda is matched with a consistently strong record of business outcomes. Chanel also said, adding that her appointment will further ensure long-term success as a private company, believing in the freedom of creation, cultivating human potential, and acting to have a positive impact in the world. What does that even mean? I mean, I'm not really hopeful about this. So, look, if it works out, I really do hope it works out. I really hope it works out. But from what I'm reading, it doesn't seem so hopeful. And look, Chanel is only known for what, bags for the most part, and maybe pearls or maybe wallets. But I mean, I don't know about this. I'm 50-50 on this because from what I'm reading, it's not so much. But I'm not questioning this person's resume. I'm questioning if she has the vision in Chanel to make Chanel be successful, a bigger success financially. So on to topic number 3, more depth. So as you know, buy now pay later is becoming popular. Not only that, more people used it on Black Friday, in the month of November, I guess you can say, and even earlier this year for Christmas. And so a lot of gift giving, and as you know, Christmas is in a week. It's not yet over, certainly. And again, more and more people are going to have debt. I mean, you can pay now, buy now and pay later. I mean, if you use that, you don't even have to actually use your cash. You can just pay it off in a year or maybe 6 months without any repercussion in those first year or first 6 months. And so this is what I mean by more and more people are accumulating debt, which is pretty bad. I think that people have not learned from owning a credit card. I think that people should only spend only as much as they can, or only as much as they can pay their credit card company. But that's not what's happening with the rise of buy now pay later. Certainly more people are also accumulating items that they may or may not need. And so don't be surprised if there's a lot of resale that could happen. Not only that, resale companies will have a great time having that. And so, I mean, it goes through a cycle, but as a person, you never want to have a debt. This is one of those situations where it is bad debt. Bad. And yet, more people are not learning. What do you expect? I mean, it's the same thing with the virus. People stay 6 feet or having distance, but no, not anymore. People don't care about that. They absolutely don't care. So what's gonna happen if they accumulate debt? Well, they may file for bankruptcy, or they may pay slowly, or in their lifetime, that's all they're gonna do is pay their debt, pay what they owe for a whole lifetime, and they're never gonna get out of that cycle. I mean, and the financial institutions are having a field day. They're making money off of this. This is great. Even if you say there's no interest, but the fact is that if a person, or let's say, imagine you having to pay every month, and it's a never-ending cycle, or you having to have a debt every year that you cannot pay, that you could probably pay in the next 6 months or the next year. I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous. That's not the life I want to live. I mean, I'd rather spend my money on traveling, maybe buying something that I actually like, or buying something that I actually have the money for. And yet, as you know, the pandemic hit us, and there's not a lot of people that are working compared to before pandemic, and people are using this to take advantage that, hey, you know what, I'm gonna buy this now, but I don't have to pay now. I can just pay later without any interest. But the fact is they're still gonna have to pay it off later, and Again, people are gonna accumulate thousands and thousands of dollars, and where do we go from here? I mean, we can't always act like the government is gonna bail us out. I mean, even though the government have bailed out big companies, and that's another topic for debate. But you see, buy now pay later is fine if you have the discipline, but in hindsight, people don't have that. The majority of people don't have that discipline. So, topic number 4 is misinformation. The year 2021 is full of misinformation. Whether it be regarding the coronavirus, the China virus, the Delta variant, the Omicron variant, unicorn variant, regarding hospital deaths and all that stuff. And not only that, we have political stuff that we don't even know what's going on. We got certainly the U.S. military. You also have, sports. You got financial institution. You got stocks. I mean, you also got the Mr. Time of the Year, Elon Musk. I mean, you don't even know what's true out there anymore. You don't. The only time you actually know something is if you're actually there. But no one really knows what's actual news anymore. No one really knows the truth. I mean, I don't know the truth anymore. I don't know what's going on in the hospital. I don't know what's going on in the sports arena. I mean, I really don't know. The only thing I know is the way I live my life. Same thing with you. If you go to Facebook, Instagram, Snapchats, Twitter, I mean, what's really the truth? I mean, I don't even know. Anytime I scroll through these social media, I mean, I don't know if it's true. I mean, the only thing I know is true if it's like something simple, if it's like a new car announcement or new NFT, something like that. But in terms of actual investigative reports and facts, it's really hard to determine what is the truth or a lie or a manipulation of the truth or the so-called alternative facts. And again, even they got these fact checkers, and these fact checkers also get it wrong. And so the year 2020 will most likely go down as the misinformation year. I know that Mr. Elon Musk also got time of the year, time of the year, but it's also gonna go down certainly as the virus. I mean, 2021 is not looking so good. It's also gonna go down as the year that a lot of people also resign from their work, and those are actual truth based on the job reports that the government provided. I may never believe what the government always say, but it's just one of those things where if it's troubling for them, certainly it is the truth. Anything that troubles the government, it certainly is the truth. But misinformation is really hard to determine, and a lot of people can't even think for themselves, and that's the worst part. I mean, how can I speak to somebody who can't even think for themselves? I mean, do they always have to know the news to know what's going on? They can't make up their mind what's true and a lie. And those are the kind of worst people there is. And I wish more people could actually think, like, whoa, back up. Think for a minute. Just 1 minute. Take a deep breath, and then see if it's actually what you think it is. But in any case, 2021 certainly has a lot of misinformation out there. And so that basically concludes this Mr. Informal Podcast 182. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully I gave you some insights. Hopefully you'll also learn from me. And hopefully you listen from me from beginning to end. Please do not forget to add me on Instagram, MISTERINFORMAL, and then check out my website, misinformal.com, MRINFORMAL.com. And so hopefully there will not be a podcast for next week. I'm not sure if I'll also do a podcast by New Year's week, but we'll see. And so hopefully I hope you have a great Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and certainly please stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.